Playbooks up. Game started. I got one goal, and it's advance on the road, baby. God damn. Why has Marlon Humphrey got 83 tackles?
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of Wildcard Weekend on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. With that, let's get up to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. There to call all the action. We welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Oh, Jacksonville Colts, they already played. No, they did. Yeah, they played week 17. No, Jacksonville beat the Ravens week 17. Needed them take that L so I could slide to that 5th spot.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this
All right,
AFC
boys.
Wild Card game. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. All right. We got to start Lamar Jackson and them boys.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And we get a quick peek at the Ravens starting offense.
So many weapons on this offense, and we've seen them all season long score from any point on the field. But we all know playoff football comes down to playing smart. The game slows down, and it's harder to move it. So you've got to avoid penalties, avoid turnovers, and not let your emotions get the best of you.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down now. It's Hines. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A big play there for the Dolphins. Give him 42 yards on the ground. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
5 plays there on that drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They come in as the 3 seed, and this will very likely the last home game of the season for them, even if they win this one. But while they wanted one of those top 2 spots, they're still in a pretty good position.
They are, and let's face it, any team that gets into the playoffs, as far as I'm concerned, they're in a good position because they're doing what the rest of the league wants. A lot of people are sitting at home watching them, but you made a good point. Everyone is vying for one of the top 2 spots. You get an opening, you get a week off, don't have to play that opening week, and then you get a chance to collect yourself and see how everything else falls. But all
the Colts won a close one.
They'll take it and run with it.
Yeah, maybe they get a win here and get some momentum. They'll come up now 2nd and
7-0 us.
31.
We made Lamar. Oh! Yes, we made him fumble again, baby. Get the ball. Let's go.
The Dolphins, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Made Lamar fumble again, baby. Let's go.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there.
It's too chilly for that boy, Lamar Jackson. He's dropping the ball.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Jackson options out left.
It's Jackson versus Jackson out here.
After a gain of 5. A look now at the Miami offense.
And what a tough environment to roll into. On the road, playing one of the better teams in the league, obviously, because this is the playoffs. So what do teams talk about? Bringing their own momentum.
Hey, I don't like the fact that they
on the road, because you know you
disrespecting us, bringing these safeties down.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do?
We got 3rd and 5.
Your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They run.
Good blocks.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
That man, Tony Jefferson, is fast.
To first with that 5-yard pickup.
Well, he came down that hole. I almost got hit by him.
They'll run on 1st down. Edwards. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
Blitz
coming, and down he goes.
Fucking corner blitzes. Damn.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards.
Can I get a first down without getting a touchdown?
Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. You ain't going nowhere. Mike 27.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He gets it into the arms of Parker.
First down. Let's go. 3rd and 22.
Down he goes. continues as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert
Devontae Parker, man. I'm looking at you. Great play.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
They're just cheating. I feel bad. They're cheating Edwards out here, man.
Down looming.
His path became similar to almost running
He's got 4 carries for -6 yards and a touchdown.
It just never materialized.
On 3rd down.
That's all right. Hines out here giving us TDs though.
Into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown.
Hines.
Taking it
Hines.
in. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
You don't know who Hines is? Naeem Hines for the Colts?
Down makes it easier for those guys
Shut the
on the
fuck up.
sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do.
I say how it is. I say how it is.
They already had it lined up.
Real cheap player there.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
I got a strong feeling we're gonna play in the fucking snow in your game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure
man,
they stay
I'm wearing all white, bro.
But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move?
Don't matter, I'm wearing the away colors.
Play sheet that can work. Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball.
Hell, we'll play white on white if it's like that.
In his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They run. It's Mark Ingram, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offenses.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Hines. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. On first down, it's Edwards. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be
14-0.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Hines on a toss play. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Check it out, Reed. No, moving. He's moving, boys, moving.
Jackson gonna throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone.
He's so inaccurate.
Incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket.
In franchise mode?
They're going to have to call it right now.
Oh, in face of the franchise? Yeah. Yeah.
Is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Lamar Jackson heading back out as we check out our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
All right, that's halftime.
So we're in halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's the first of 2 games here on this Wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC Wildcard game. And it's the Indianapolis Colts who are moving on to the next round as they were able to eliminate the Jacksonville Jaguars. As for our game, it has been very one-sided in that first half. But you can't take anything for granted in playoff football. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On second down now, it's Edwards. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. On third down, Jackson. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll run on first down. Edwards. And some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
They go play action here on first down. And this one complete to Smith. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's second and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line.
Third.
Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the
What do you
run.
want from me, man? I'm out here. I'm running the ball.
They'll look to run with Edwards.
Good shit,
And
Gus.
he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Gus Edwards.
24-0.
Second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And he gets
Hollywood Brown is giving me the work right now.
35-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Still in search of their first
amazing work on this drive,
they're
though.
on the move, 1st and 10. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Ingram again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
You should be able to go to his roster and look at picks and tell you what pick it is. It should.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1
right,
here in
fourth
the
quarter.
AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jackson now on 3rd down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Again?
The amount of sacks
Damn.
that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. Bruce Irvin, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Well, the D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback, no chance on that 4th down. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
No, my tight end's going. They're taking my tight end to the locker room.
5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Hines.
Gesicki.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple.
Oh no, Hines just got hurt. Back-to-back people.
Stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll check on his status.
Why?
Here's Matt Hawk now.
Oh, my God.
As he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Dislocated elbow for my tight end.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
7 yards.
Hines just had muscle cramps. That's good.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. It's complete to Snead. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over with this lead and the football. Things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking it the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They run with Edwards. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Edwards. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
I missed it. Oh, I didn't.
And the kick is good. So you
Game's
how
over.
This one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet.
27-0.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that? Being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
And make sure my boys, hopefully my